To address labour rights challenges by migrant workers, HTS Union and the Association of External Recruitment Agencies has signed a memorandum of understanding to end ill treatment of migrant workers.
The main purpose of the signing of this MOU is to promote and protect the Ugandan migrant workers that we as an association deploy abroad to work in the different countries in the Middle East.
It is apparent that we needed to have an agreement or an undertaking with them on how we as the organization on the other side that represents these workers to get into an undertaking on how best we are going to manage their affairs so as to promote and protect the interests and the rights of the migrant workers.
The Secretary General, HTS Union, Mauku Moses, says getting into partnership with recruitment agencies would address workers' predicaments.
We have to mitigate these negativities that have been spreading all over. Some of them are correct news about the torture, about the mistreatment of these domestic or migrant domestic workers, but we are only duty bound to ensure that we do the effective monitoring to ensure that we reduce on the magnitude of this type of suffering.
The project coordinator, Assumpta Namaganda, says a migrant workers resource center has been set up at the HTS Union in partnership with the International Labour Organization.
We have just set up the Migrant Resource Center specifically to handle issues of workers who are migrating, especially the migrant domestic workers, because they are the most vulnerable, the ones that are facing issues of trafficking, withholding of salaries, of their wages, and then mistreatment, yes, and sexual harassment.
The Executive Director at the Uganda Association of External Recruitment Agencies, Oramire Stewart, explains on the new Memorandum of Understanding.
But with this kind of relationship where we know that we have a partner that has affiliates or associates that side, if they cannot reach us, and they can, by the way, then they can reach our partners through the associations. You get me? So they don't have to run to the media when we have an extensive or elaborate framework or network through which they can reach us.
Over 200 labor export companies are licensed to export labor. Most migrant workers are in Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Oman, and Qatar. Sudat Kaye and Douglas Setumba, UBC News.